Hey, Rena. All right, we're starting on our back. So come on to your back, arms down by your side, eyes closed. Palms open, feet relaxed open. Just settle into your Friday practice. Good. And then let's reach the arms all the way over your head and just stretch from your fingers to your toes. I'm going to share a poem with you today that I heard last week that I just fell in love with, called Allow. Draw your knees into your chest, and let's just do some circles with the knees. So circling around to the right a few times and then circling to the left. So the poem is called Allow. There is no controlling life. Try corralling a lightning bolt or containing a tornado. Dam a stream and it will create a new channel. Resist and the tide will sweep you off your feet. Allow and grace will carry you to higher ground. The only safety lies in letting it all in. The wild and the weak, fear, fantasies, failures, and successes. Plant your feet to the floor and just press up into a bridge pose. When loss rips off the doors of the heart or sadness veils your vision with despair, practice becomes simply bearing the truth. In the choice to let go of your known way of being, the whole world is revealed to your new eye. So what I think is powerful about this is that there's space for all of it. So as we practice on the mat, it's a really good way to practice this idea, right? You might feel pain, discomfort, tightness, tension, and there's space for that. You can acknowledge that, you can let that in, invite that into the party, but it doesn't have to take over and be the main focus of your practice. Slowly lower all the way down. And then draw your knees into your chest. Good. And just circle again for a breath or two. And then interlace the hands behind the head. Elbows are going to come out to the side. Navel to spine. Inhale, right elbow to left knee, straighten right leg. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, across. Inhale, back. Exhale, cross. Inhale, back. Exhale, cross. So you're going to notice as we continue to do this several more times that you're going to have sensations. You're going to feel something in the abdominals. It's going to start to talk to you. They are going to start to talk to you. So just acknowledge them, right? There's space for that. There's space for, wow, this is hurting. This is intense. And maybe move your focus onto something else after that. And when we practice this in the body, we get better at it, right? We can do it off the mat as well. We all know when we have one thing that's consuming our thoughts, and it takes us away from all of the other pieces of ourselves. We just kind of go down that rabbit hole. What if we could just allow it in? Invite it to the party, but it's not the guest of honor. Just one of the guests. Good. Okay, a couple more here if you can. Of course, if it's too much, please take a break. Good. Last one on each side. And then hug the knees into your chest. Good. And we're going to widen the knees and bring the hands to the outsides of the feet. So come to a happy baby, flex the feet. But let's lift the hips a little. So you can roll into your middle back a little more than you normally do in happy baby. So use the abdominals that we just activated to help you hold your hips up a little higher. And maybe rock gently from side to side, you decide. So how do we do that? It's really easy to say like, okay, sure, I'm just gonna allow it all. How do we do that? Well, on our mats, we're gonna do it with a heart opening practice. And in the mind, in the spirit, in the heart, out off the mat, we need to do it with practice, right? Release the feet, draw the knees back into your chest. We're gonna rock and roll all the way onto our hands and knees. So meet me there. And just find some cat cows, arch, and round, maybe even circular motions in the hips. Side to side. Good. And then as you inhale, we're gonna come high up on the knees. So reach your arms all the way up and over the head as you come high on the knees. That's your inhale. Exhale, you're gonna bend your elbows, open your palms to the sky. Good, Pam. Retract the shoulder blades, but keep the abdominals nice and strong. And let's set the hands to the mat. So we're back in hands and knees. And then chest and chin are gonna lower. So elbows squeeze in, chest and chin come down. We create that really nice arch in the back. Good. And then as you exhale, we're gonna round into child's pose. So round it back and breathe. So one of my favorite lines in this poem is, if we resist, the tide will sweep you off your feet. Allow, and grace will carry you to higher ground. So by allowing, we connect to that grace. From here, make your way to downward dog, please. Pressing back into the feet, pedaling it out. Checking out what's going on. Allowing what you need to, but it doesn't need to control your practice, right? We all know we have like something nagging, hurting us. We tend to fixate on it, focus on it so deeply that it clouds other things. Something called your basic goodness, which is your compassion, your intelligence, your love, all of that gets clouded when you're walking around in pain, physical or emotional. Inhale, let's lift the right leg nice and high, please. As you exhale, bend your right knee, bring it to the outside of your right arm and hover it there. Good. Inhale, bring the leg back. Exhale, bring the knee to the outside of the arm again. Good. Inhale it back. Good. Third time, knee to the outside of the arm. You're going to step the foot now all the way to the edge of your mat and drop your back knee to the mat. Good. We can do a little bend and straightening thing. Just checking out what's going on. And then the next time you bend into that front knee, sweep your left foot out to the side like a kickstand and float the right leg into a version of side plank. Okay. If you want more, you're going to try to bend the right knee and grab the foot with your hands and kick into a dancer's version of it. It's starting to get into that heart opening a little bit. Exhale, release the knee, release the hand. Inhale, come high on the knees, arms come up, all up and over the head. Exhale, bend the elbows, open the palms. Inhale, plant your hands to the mat. Exhale, chest and chin are gonna lower to the mat now. Inhale, come into a high cobra this time. Good, and exhale, find your way back to downward dog, please. All right, left leg is gonna lift, inhale high. Exhale, knee outside the left arm, hover it there. Inhale it back. Good, Sarah, flex the foot. Exhale, knee to the outside of the arm. Inhale it back. Good. Third time, knee outside the arm. Step the foot to the edge of the mat. Drop your back knee all the way down. So bending and straightening, wiggling it all around, whatever you need to do. What do you need to let in? What do you need to allow? It's this powerful opportunity we have to practice this year. Take it with us. There's space for all of those emotions. They just don't have to take over. If you think about who we are as an ocean, all of those things are different waves in the ocean, but they're not the whole ocean. Okay, next time you bend into that left knee, you're gonna swing the right leg out to the right, behind you, and stack the left leg up for that side plank. If you want more, you're bending the knee, maybe grabbing the foot, opening the chest to the sky, kicking that foot into the hand if you'd like. Good, beautiful, Pam. Nice, everybody. As you exhale, hands and knees to the mat. As you inhale, come up nice and high on the knees, reach the arms up and over. Exhale, bend the elbows, open those palms, retract the shoulder blades, belly in, little baby back bend. Exhale, hands, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale, straighten the legs, press into that high cobra. Exhale, brings you back downward dog. Let's walk the feet to the hands. I think I'm gonna put the air conditioning on. It's a little warm in here, even for me. Bend the knees, let the chest line the thighs, bring the arms behind your thighs. Good, head hang. And then let the arms hang, and we're gonna slowly roll it up, one vertebrae at a time. Finding your way to standing. Good. As you inhale, we're gonna bring those arms all the way around and up. As you exhale, forward fold, hinge and fold, bend your knees if you need to. Inhale, find your flat back. As you exhale, move through your plank chaturanga. Good. Inhale, high cobra. So chest is gonna lift, beautiful. Exhale, rolls you back, downward dog. Inhale, we're gonna round through to plank. So roll forward, but yes, beautiful, Michelle. Rounding through the upper back. Exhale, drop your knees to the mat. Inhale, press into the knees, lift the arms up as the chest comes up so high on the knees. Good, exhale, we're gonna bend those elbows, palms up to the sky. Good, exhale, hands to the mat, chest and chin are gonna lower as well. Inhale, high cobra, lift your chest, beautiful. Exhale it back, downward dog. Right leg's gonna lift nice and high, inhale. As you exhale, knee's gonna come to the nose, let's round and hover it there. Inhale it back, leg lift. Exhale, knee back to the nose and round. Good, inhale, third time, leg lift. This time, knee to the nose, step the foot in between your hands, drop your back, knee all the way down. Inhale, we're gonna come nice and high into our Anjaneyasana. Soften the shoulders so that belly is nice and strong, so lift. As you exhale, bend those elbows, open those palms to the sky. Remember the baby back bend here. And then we're gonna float the arms back and see if you can interlace them. So squeezing those shoulder blades even more. Squeeze your left buttock. We're gonna curl those toes and lift the left knee up. Yeah. As you exhale here, ground through that back heel. So it's like a warrior two. Reach the arms up, a full arch of the spine. And then as you exhale, let's fold into our humble warrior. Okay. So part of allowing is this humility, right? Being humble, softening into it. We know when we resist, we fight, it gets stronger. Whatever we're fighting, fight back. What if we just make space for all of it? And as you exhale, set the hands down, left hand inside right foot, lift off left heel, float the arm up to the sky. So left hand stays down, right arm up. Exhale that top hand to the mat. Inhale brings you to plank when you're ready. Exhale, chaturanga. Beautiful. Inhale, high cobra. Exhale your way back, downward dog. Left leg's gonna lift. Inhale. Exhale, knees gonna draw to the nose, curl it round. Inhale it back. Exhale, knee to the nose, curl and round. Inhale it back. Knee to the nose, draw it forward, step the foot in between your hands, drop your back knee all the way to the mat. Inhale, those arms are gonna reach up. Anjaneyasana, soften the shoulders. Exhale, bend the elbows, open the palms, make sure the belly is nice and strong. We'll float those arms back behind us, maybe the opposite threading of the hands as you roll those shoulder blades together, and then bend into the front knee a little bit. Beautiful. Okay, squeezing the right buttock, curling the toes under. We're gonna lift that back knee. Beautiful. And then we're gonna plant that back heel down. So mindfully, reach it back. So it's like a reverse warrior, back bend here, and then we'll fold. Humble warrior, just let it go. Allow what you need to. When we notice, when we begin to notice like, oh, okay, there's that little pain I have, or there's that fear that I have, it sort of takes the wind out of it. We can acknowledge it. We can welcome it to the party, but it doesn't have to take over. It doesn't have to be the guest of honor. Set the right hand down inside the left foot as you lift off the right heel. Let that inside arm float up to the sky. Maybe roll those inner thighs towards each other. Thinking about that. Good. Exhale, top hand's gonna come down. Let's come to plank. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, high cobra. Exhale your way back, downward dog. Good. Breathing here. Okay, right leg's gonna lift. Inhale. Exhale, knee draws to the nose, round it forward, step the foot in between the hands, squeeze those inner thighs. Navel to spine, come all the way up high into your high lunge. Good. As you exhale, bend the elbows, open those palms. Inhale, float the arms behind you, roll the shoulder blades together, lift the chest. Exhale, we'll plant that back foot, fold inside for our humble. And then let's keep the arms clasped. You're gonna work towards paralleling the feet, coming into a wide-legged or a fan pose with your arms clasped. Reaching them over the head, sliding into those hamstrings and glutes. Good. All right, so now we're actually gonna bend the left knee, the one that's at the back of your mat, uninterlace the hands and bring the hands to wrap around the front of your ankle. All right, so Pam, we're in a parallel feet fan pose, and then you're gonna bend the left knee, yeah, and you're gonna bring both hands to the outside and top of the ankle, beautiful. And then we're gonna keep transitioning. So you're gonna be facing away from me. Left foot faces forward, right hand inside, back heel lift, left arm up. So we're back in our twist. If you want to add in a side plank here, come to the pinky toe edge of the right leg, stack the left leg on top, or any version of side plank that serves you. Just allow what it is that's available today, and also allow what isn't available. It's okay. Move through your vinyasa now. So plank chaturanga if you want, or skip it and meet in downward dog. Breathe through it all. Notice it, welcome it, allow it. Left leg's gonna lift nice and high, inhale. Exhale, draw that knee towards your nose, round forward, step the foot in between the hands. Weave and roll those inner thighs towards each other and lift the arms all the way up, shoulders soften. Good. As you exhale, bend the elbows, open the palms. So moving the knee out towards the pinky toe side of the foot if you can there. Good. Float the arms back. Try that alternate threading of the hands, rolling. Yeah. Imagine there's a pencil and sliding between your shoulder blades, and you're trying to hold that pencil in place. We're going to plant that back foot and fold right into our humble warrior. Arms coming off the back, head is full, is hanging. Breathe here. Good job. You got it. And then with the hands clasped, you're working towards straightening the left leg and paralleling the feet, right? So we're now in our fan pose, facing the door. Arms are still clasped. Good. We're working through the whole spine. So a lot of upper back today. Release the hands, grab your front ankle. So your right ankle as the knee bends. Knee is bending, and we're gonna come around the front of the ankle. Press into the left outer edge of the foot. Heading into that left inner thigh. And then continue walking forward again. So right foot faces forward, left heel lift, left arm down, right arm up. We're back in our twist. And then you get to decide from here if you're gonna come into your side plank or not, up to you. Good. And let's meet in our downward dog. So you decide how you get there. Breathing. Good. Inhale, come high on the toes, please. Exhale, bend your knees, hop, step, or float the feet to the hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, head hang. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana. Sit into the heels, let the shoulders soften. Good. As you exhale, we're gonna bend the elbows, palms face up to the sky, grasshopper. Good. Exhale, let's forward fold, please. Head hang. Inhale, we'll find our flat back here. Exhale, move through your plank, chaturanga, or skip it. Use your breath and allow whatever's coming to come in. There's space for all of it. Plant the left foot, step the right foot forward. So warrior one, arms reach up to the sky, inhale. As you exhale, we're gonna find warrior two. So windmill it open, heel to heel or heel to arch. Knee moves out towards pinky toe side of the foot. Yeah. Right forearm's gonna come to right thigh, left arm's gonna reach up to the sky. Let's float it, turn that palm forward and just float it all the way over the ear. Good. Bending into that front knee a little more if you can. And as you exhale, bring those hands to the mat. Inhale, we're gonna find our way to plank. If you want your vinyasa, go for it. Breathe here, exhale it back, downward dog. Second side, so plant the right foot, step the left foot forward, warrior one. Inhale the arms up. Shoulders soften. As you exhale, we're gonna open to warrior two. So heel to healer, heel to arch. Knee moves out towards pinky toe side of the foot. So you're working out here. Left forearm to left thigh, right arm reaches up. Turn the palm forward and then slide it over the ear. You got it. Opening your side body. Yes, there you go. As you exhale, float the hands to the mat. Inhale, come to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale. And exhale it back, downward dog. We're gonna roll forward to plank again. Good. Drop your knees to the mat. Inhale, come high on the knees, arms reach all the way up and over the head. Exhale, bend those elbows, open those palms. Inhale, plant hands to the mat. Exhale, chest and chin are gonna follow. Inhale, sweep through your high cobra. And back to downward dog. Good, beautiful. Breathe in here. All right, right leg is gonna lift now, inhale. Exhale, knee's gonna come to the nose, drop forward, step the foot in between the hands. Inhale, arms and chest lift, high lunge, you got this. Come all the way up. Good, arms are gonna come out like airplane wings, and we're gonna wrap the right arm underneath the left for eagle arms. So bend into the front knee, lift the chest, create this back bend, and then you're gonna ground the back heel down, all right? So being in that reverse warrior with eagle arms. Let's fold into a humble with eagle arms, round through your upper back. Let's straighten that right leg, parallel the feet into a fan pose with your eagle arms. Keep them going, couple more breaths here. And then we're gonna, once again, bend the left knee, unwrap the arms. This time, the left arm is gonna come underneath the left knee and to the outside of the ankle. The right hand's gonna come to the inside of the ankle, right? So you're really working that left shoulder underneath the left knee. You're pressing out through the outer edge of the right foot. And let's use those abdominals to stabilize us. Then release the ankle, one hand on either side of the left foot, but you're gonna try to turn the left toes to face the back of the room and lift the right heel up. So this is somewhat familiar, just adding this wrapped left shoulder underneath the knee. So you decide from here, you can drop, so Sarah, if you can, you're bringing the left shoulder, yeah. You're gonna drop, you could drop the right knee, that's option one. Or you could play through a version of lizard. So left arm out to the left, right arm out to the right. Even a bind is an option here. So just allow what's available to be here. Just explore it. Good, Fred. So if ideally you'd be lifting the back heel off the back. Yeah. So you can wrap that right hip forward. Just a couple more breaths here. Just playtime, right? Seeing what's available, seeing what's not, doesn't matter, not getting too attached to any of it. Just all waves in the ocean. All right, so now we're gonna ground that back heel down. It's gonna feel good, you're gonna feel a lot more stable. And if you're bound here, you might notice that you are in a bound Parsbo Connect, the side angle. You can lift the right shoulder up to the sky. If you're not bound, You can walk the left hand to the inside of the left foot, put it on a block, float the right arm up for a deeper version of side angle. And if you'd prefer to bring that forearm back to your thigh and let the arm float over, all good, right? So whatever it is for you. Good job, guys. Beautiful. Okay, we're meeting in downward dog facing the mirror. So vinyasa, not vinyasa, you decide. Okay, left leg's going to lift, inhale. Exhale, draw that knee right through the nose, step the foot in between the hands. Inner thigh squeeze in, lift the chest, the arms float up to the sky. Good. Bending into the front knee might give you a little more stability, Pam. Good. Arms are gonna come out like airplane wings. And we're gonna wrap left arm underneath right. Inhale, you're gonna look up to the sky. So the belly is really important here. As you look up to the sky, squeeze that right buttock, and then softly plant the right heel down. Yeah. We'll move from here into a humble version. So really rounding through the upper back as you fold inside the thigh or on top of it. If you're feeling resistance, just breathe. That's one of the most powerful ways to allow, is with the breath, right? We know that. It's pretty amazing. We're gonna start to straighten the left leg, parallel the feet, come back into our Prasarita or fan pose. When in life, sometimes, you know, you get really upset about something and people say, just take a deep breath. Well, there's actually a physiological reason that works. It triggers relaxation in the body to take a deep breath. The breath is so powerful for the chemistry of the brain. Unwrap the arms. We're gonna bend the right knee, shift the right shoulder underneath the knee so that you can grab the outside of the ankle with your right hand and the inside of your ankle with your left. Pressing into the outer edge of that back foot, bending into the knee. We'll continue that progress to face forward. So if you can, you're keeping the right shoulder underneath the right knee. One hand on either side of the right foot, back heel lift. You decide from here, you can drop the knee all the way to the mat if you'd like, or you can play with different variations. So right arm out and left arm out, or a bind. Then wherever you are, we're gonna ground that back heel down. And we're in a version of side angle. So right hand can be down inside the foot, left arm up, or you can stay with your bind. So notice as you move that left shoulder up that this is a heart opener too. There's lots of different ways we can open the heart. And we're gonna meet in downward dog. You guys need a break, take it. We'll take 5 breaths. So if you want child's pose, all good. Okay, when you're ready, transitioning back to downward dog, we're gonna lift the right leg up, inhale. And knee draw to the nose, shift it forward, step the foot in between the hands. Good, inhale, we're gonna come high into our lunge. Good. As you exhale, hands are gonna come to the heart, we're gonna twist. So left elbow, outside right knee. And squeeze those inner thighs towards each other. All right, as you inhale, come back up to your crescent lunge, nice and high. And as you exhale, the left knee is going to come up into the chest. If you can do it without holding the leg, great. If you need to hold the leg, all good. Good. Arms are going to come out like airplane wings. Left arm wrapped underneath right, left leg wrapped around right. Squeeze the inner thigh. Noticing the opportunity you have here to round through the upper back. If you want to, you're hinging over that front knee. Up to you. Unwrap, bring the left leg behind. We're transitioning through a warrior three into our standing split. So if you want to unwrap, whenever you want to unwrap those arms, you go for it. Letting the head go. Good, nice and slow, beautiful. Good job, you guys. Good. Bend your standing knee and step your lifted leg very far behind you into a lunge. Good. And then walk that right foot out towards the right edge of your mat. Okay? Turn your toes diagonally out, and then we're actually going to step the left leg up into a Malasana squat. All right, good. So here we are, working into our side bend. So right arm floats down, left arm reaches up to the sky. Bring your hands back to center. We'll switch left arm inside left leg, right arm up. And then hands back to your heart. We're going to set the hands down. Let's find Bakasana if you want it. If not, stay in Malasana. So think about the rounding through the upper back. Think about the belly drawing in, rolling forward. Beautiful, Michelle. Just relax your head, your neck. Good. Nice, Sarah. Awesome. And we're going to meet when you're ready in downward dog. So find your way to downward dog. Okay. Second side. So left leg is going to lift, inhale. Exhale, knee draws to the nose, shift forward, step the foot in between the hands. Inner thighs squeeze in towards each other, lift the chest, lift the arms. Working towards straightening the back leg if you can and bending a little bit into the sky. Beautiful. Hands are gonna come to the heart, right elbow tucks outside left knee. We will twist. Squeeze those inner thighs towards each other. Feel free to drop that right hip down a little bit as you twist. Let the pelvis go with you, full ringing out of the spine. Inhale brings you back up to your high lunge. Focus your energy into that left leg. Just allow that leg to be nice and strong. And then right knee is going to come up into the chest. Maybe you're holding it, maybe you're not. Good. Arms out like airplane wings. We're gonna wrap right arm underneath left. We're gonna wrap right leg over left. Coming into our eagle, squeeze it here. If you wanna hook, go ahead. Just focus on the rounding through the upper back. We're gonna find our way through warrior three here. So that right leg floats back, flex the foot. We're transitioning towards the standing split. So whenever you need to let the arms go, go ahead and do that. Good. So flex the foot. Yep. You're just going to drop this hip down a little bit more. Good. Breathe here. Getting into that hamstrings, the glutes of the right leg. Bend your standing knee, step the lifted leg really far behind you, and then walk the front foot out towards the edge of your mat and turn the foot out, and then step the back foot into Malasana again. Beautiful. Sitting into the hips. So options here, we can do anything we did before, the arms to the side, Bakasana, sitting in Malasana, or we can add a little bit in from a bind perspective. So if you're interested, you're gonna lift the hips a little, wrap that right arm underneath the thigh like we've done before today. Left hand might come around, you might find a bind. You might decide to stay here, you might wanna play and see if you could add the balance in. Just allow it all. Okay? And maybe there's judgment, there's fear, there's anxiety. Say, that's okay. I see you, I hear you. But I'm not gonna let you take over. Right? You're working through the first side, slowly lower it down. Maybe play with the second side. Not, you're just gonna stay in Malasana. Get a really nice stretch here. Good. Nice, Michelle. Good, Pam. Sometimes one side works, the other side not so much. All right, let's meet in downward dog. So you decide how you get there. Totally up to you. We're gonna roll forward to our plank now. And drop your knees to the mat. Inhale, come high on the knees, reach the arms all the way up and over the head. Exhale, we're gonna bend the elbows, lift the chest. All right, but this time we're gonna grab and interlace the hands behind us, just like we've done a bunch of times. Keep the hips forward, reach back with the arms, let the head hang. It's a version of camel. All right, so pelvis is forward, chest is lifting, belly strong. Let's interlace the hands, bring them to the lower back, come on up. We're gonna do one more camel of your choice. So hands can stay at your lower back for this one. You could try to grab your heels. You can come up on your toes to make your heels a little closer. You decide. Bring the hips forward. All right, come on back up. We're gonna find our wide-legged child pose. So knees to the edges of the mat, big toes touch, hips back to the heels, head to the floor. Within these moments, using the breath, finding the stillness in the body, that we can allow it all. There is space for it all. Once we allow it all, we can begin to access the other parts of us that we value the most. Our intelligence, our kindness, our compassion. The fear that lies beneath all of our worry and anger is not who we are. They're just waves of the ocean. But they are not the whole ocean. Let's make our way to downward dog. We're gonna move into pigeon now. So lift the right leg and stack the right hip. If you feel like flipping your dog, go ahead and do that. Good. And then make your way back around, right knee behind right wrist, right ankle behind the left wrist, coming into your pigeon pose. Folding over the leg, letting the head come down, and breathe here. There is no controlling life. Try corralling a lightning bolt or containing a tornado. Dam the stream and it will create a new channel. Resist and the tide will sweep you off your feet. Allow and grace will carry you to higher ground. The only safety lies in letting it all in. The wild and the weak, the fear, the fantasies, the failures and successes. When loss rips off the doors of the heart or sadness veils your vision with despair, practice becomes simply bearing the truth. In the choice to let go of your known way of being, the whole world is revealed to your new eye. So make your way back to downward dog. Let's shake out the right leg. And set that right foot down. And then we're gonna lift the left leg. Let's stack that left hip, press through the hands, open. Yeah, if you wanna flip your dog, go ahead. If you wanna go straight to pigeon, that's fine too. Just turn your palm down, Michelle. Yes, beautiful. We're gonna float back around, left knee comes to left wrist, ankle comes to right wrist, and fold forward. Second side. Let's make our way back to downward dog. Shake out the left leg. And make your way through to seated, please. Good. And left knee is gonna bend. We're gonna hook the right big toe with your first two fingers and thumb and lift the knee. Yeah, and we'll just bow and arrow it a few times. Go back and forth. And you can stay here if you'd like, all good. If you wanna do a little more of a hip stretch, you can bring the leg forward and cradle it either with your hands or your elbows. So that's option one. Option two is again to work through this binding that we've kind of built on today. So instead of bringing your right shoulder underneath your knee, you're bringing your right knee on top of your right shoulder. And see if both hands can plant even with the foot on top. Good. That's right. So options from here, you can work into Astrasana, which is where Fred's going. or you can work into a side bend. So left hand to the outside of the foot. If we could put your head under. So we're just exploring, we're just allowing what is there. If you want to work into Astakasana, you're going to take left ankle and wrap it over right. So it's like hands are your feet are holding like your hands would hold. And then you basically move your way into a chaturanga arm. So your chest comes forward, your belly draws in, hips lift, and then you're squeezing those inner thighs together like you did an eagle, right? We're squeezing those inner thighs. And then press it back up. Good. Come a little lower, bend the elbows more. Yes, I know. Gravity is powerful, but you're really very close to the floor when you finally go there. It's like chaturanga arms. So if you think about hovering 1 inch off, we should have done a couple of those today just to get that feeling. Next time. All right, second side. So hook your left big toe. Back and forth. Loosening out that hip a little more. And then we have options from here. So we can cradle the legs, whether you're cradling with the hands or in the forearms, or sorry, elbows. So rock it out. And then we can decide to bring that left leg up on top of the shoulder, hands both. Start off by pressing down to the mat. Good. And then we explored whether you want to do a side bend. So right hand will come to the outside of the left foot. Straightening the leg. That's option 1. Option 2 is right ankle now over left. So as you come forward, you're squeezing the thighs. See how close I am to the floor. It's like 1 inch, it's chaturanga. But you are resisting gravity, pulling you all the way down. And then make your way back. Good. All right. Feet together. Baddha Konasana. Let's just round over the feet. You guys did awesome. And lead with your head, come on up. Walk back onto your elbows and then all the way onto your back. Arms up and over your head. Supta Baddha Konasana. And we've done a ton of back bending today, but if you feel like you need one more, feel free to do it. Plant the feet, knees bend. If you'd rather not, if you're good, we can come back into that happy baby that we started in. And even lift the hips and just massage out the back a little bit. So use it as an opportunity. You roll out from side to side. Starting with the hips high, you roll out from side to side and then lower the hips down. So you go all the way down. The muscles that line the spine on each side. Good. And then knees back into center. Let's come into a final twist. Over to the right first. Draw your gaze over the left shoulder. And then knees back to center, over to the other side, and change your gaze. And then knees back to center and slowly lower the legs down to the floor. Arms down by your side, eyes closed. As you let go of the body, just allow what comes into the mind to come. So you notice it, you welcome it, you make space for it, and then let it fade into the background of your party, right? Doesn't need to be the star of the show. One guest at a time. You welcome them, and then they fade into the bigger story, right? Or think of them as waves in the ocean. One comes and it breaks on the shore, and then it disbands. And then there's the next, and the next, and the next. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And inhale your arms all the way over your head. Stretch from your fingers to your toes. And then draw your knees into your chest. And make your way slowly onto your right side. And then find your way up to a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to your heart. Close your eyes. Just sit in the space you created, the allowing. I thank you so much for sharing your practice and your presence with me today. My honor and pleasure to guide you always. Namaste. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Great job.